Hi guys, and welcome to the tines are 42 inches on this particular model. Now the reason why I went with this, now I do have two sets of Bobcat brand pallet forks, which you can see in the S185 bucket right over there, and the other set is, no, you can see it's back over there. Now the reason why I ended up with this, I'm probably going to sell one of my other sets, and the reason why I did this was two reasons. The pallets I always pick up that are stacked over there are 4 feet. So what happens when you have 48-inch tines is that when the tines go through, they always tend, when you lift, they tend to hit whatever's behind them. So when you stack the pallets tight, you could cause damage to the next stack that's behind. So that was one reason. So these forks had the 42-inch tines. Now the second reason I bought it was just because it's just easier to get in and out. Because when you have the pallet forks, like with that brick guard, that cage, there's a step on the side of the pallet fork to get in and out, but it's a little difficult, especially for my father. And the steps tend to get damaged and bent up and ruined. And I just said, you know what, I was able to pick these up for $700. I bought it from the people at Kurt's Trading, very nice people. I purchased items from them before. And actually both of those sets of pallet forks came from them, as a matter of fact. So, and I think I bought a couple of buckets from them as well. Nothing big, but I always check out what they got. They got pretty good stuff. If you're in the market for a used skid steer, excavator, etc., they're definitely a good place for them. These forks were actually delivered across the street by mistake. The people were very, very nice over there. I was able to pick them up today. They were actually delivered on Friday, and it's funny. So I called Kurt's. They said that the forks were delivered, and I said, let me just see if they dropped it off next door, and it turns out that they did. So no big deal. I went over there, picked them up. The good thing about this is that you could step right up in there. Now this is not Bobcat brand. These are made by Forks. Okay, HLA attachments. So this is the first time I ever had an attachment that's a non-Bobcat brand, actually the second. I had a bucket for the S300, a bucket from Wildcat. That bucket was pretty good. I ended up selling it because we used the 4-in-1 all the time. No reason to have it. And I actually made money on that bucket. I actually bought that bucket in 2010, used the bucket and made money on it. I sold that bucket last year, but it was in very, very good shape. And I mean, as far as the steel goes, it looks pretty beefy. I mean, it looks very strong. It's not a cheap set of pallet forks from what I could see. I mean, everything looks pretty strong. The welds look good. Look at the welds. Everything looks pretty good. They're rated at 4,200 pounds. So I know that my other pallet forks, I think are rated at 4,000. So it looks pretty good. And another feature I like about this, and I might end up, if this works out, I may end up getting a second set if I could sell the other Bobcat ones, because look at how open this is. This is wide open here. So the visibility is great when I'm stacking. Like, you see how it's stacked over there? So when you're stacking, you see how you stack with like the Bobcat pallet forks? It's open to a point, but the power Bobcat kind of blocks it. The Bobcats, some of them block it, but if you see the way HLA did this, it's wide open, like you don't have anything going on under there, so it looks pretty good. I mean, on the T630 you can't see shit anyway, but on a machine like this you could see right in, and it looks like the way they set it, it looks like they might be set a little lower than the Bobcat forks. That might also aid with help with the visibility. So I mean, so far, I mean, I didn't pick anything up with them yet, but they look pretty good. I mean, here looks solid. It looks reinforced well. I mean, the tines are friggin' thick as hell. They're thick. I mean, these are not cheap knockoff pallet forks. They look like the real deal. So everything is here on the serial plate. Capacity 4,200 pounds, model number, and the serial number of the attachment. Made in Canada. Everyone always tells me Canadian steel is very, very strong. Sorry about that. They always tell me Canadian steel is very, very strong. So we'll see. we'll see how these hold up. If they hold up well, I'll definitely look into another set if it works out. But looks pretty good, and like I said, just the ability to walk right into the cab can't be beat, especially for my father at 67 years old. He really struggles. So it's much better to have this system, and we'll see how it works out. For the 337, got the window fixed. They re-glued my window. They also resealed my piston up there at Blue Seal the other day, but fixed the window. Now the only issue is the door. This is busted on this end. So now, see how this doesn't move anything? This will still work. So if someone closes the door, no emergency entrance. Well, I guess you could always use the busted window. Shove a stick in there, maybe. Well, I just wanted to give you guys a brief update. Picking up these Pallet forks, and you know, you'll see them in some videos. We'll see how it works out. Guys, till next time, be safe, take care. I will talk to you guys soon, and stay tuned. We're going to have the next video that's coming up. We're going to talk about when to fire an employee. So, when to hold them, when to fold them. Very important video coming up. Maybe we'll have a special guest. Talk to you guys later.